Hi guys, welcome to episode 5 of yet another fucking movie podcast.
Yep, hello and welcome. Just letting you guys know we had a better intro to this, and if you want to know what it is, just DM Demana and she's going to tell you in private exactly what she said.
This is content only for friends and family.
I mean, you could have any strangers DM her too, that's cool, but she will tell you, so please feel free to ask, because it was fucking great.
This week's episode is pretty simple. We're going to talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right.
My favorite universe.
Great.
Brandon's worst nightmare.
Pretty much.
I feel like, a lot of people talk about how, would you survive in the Marvel Universe?
Yeah.
I feel like we would both die immediately because our glasses would fall off.
Not really. You know what would happen? I'd be, just hanging out in my home, just protesting against superheroes the entire time.
Listen, very anti-superhero agenda here on the podcast.
Yeah.
By Brandon.
Yeah.
Very pro-superhuman agenda here, except the DC comics. If we lived in the DC universe, I would cheer on top of Superman's flayed body.
Yeah, I would gather all the kryptonite possible and stab him repeatedly with it.
Yeah, not a huge... No. Henry Cavill also.
Yeah.
Just putting here Henry Cavill to death.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
So,
that's cool. This is... Basically, we're going to go through all of the phases of the Marvel Universe and discuss each movie. It won't be all of them, because some of them we're probably going to skip through because they're not that interesting. There's not much to talk about.
Well, we're going to mention the name, have a long, awkward pause, and then move on because of how stupid some of these movies were.
Yeah.
The only reason I discovered there were phases, I'm not going to say Demana discovered because she's following this shit so tight. Since the first Iron Man, really?
Yeah. Please expose the fact that I have no life, thanks.
Hey, I just sit in my room and watch movies all day too anyway.
Yeah, so. No, since the first Marvel movie, I have been there, and I know everything.
Well, okay, so you've been on board with that. I just didn't know about the phases. I've been brushing up on my Marvel movies leading up to Infinity Wars because I am going to go watch it.
Oh, Guys, I love Brandon. Suddenly I do love Brandon.
I'm gonna fucking go watch.
I was gonna stab him in an alley later, but now that he said that,
God.
We're good.
Not with you and Anne. I'm just gonna go by myself.
Wow, guys.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like your friends are fucking awful? Let us know in the comments below. Anyway, Brandon, continue.
So I've been brushing up on those, and I realized I was missing a couple, so I just wanted to go and see if the MCU had its own Wikipedia page. Lo and behold, it did. I thought I was just going to list out the movies in chronological order. It did not, much to my surprise. In fact, it's separated, it wasn't a list, but they were all separated by what seemed like categories.
Yeah.
And these categories are called phases.
It's the weirdest thing.
And phases kind of was like steps to a doomsday plan.
It definitely sounds like a cult. A cult leader, Jonestown probably had phases.
Right, infiltrating the people, the society.
And then, the last phase was the juice.
Right.
So, let's hope Marvel doesn't get to that, but until we're now on phase 3. We're finishing up phase 3.
Fuck. Infinity War is the last one of phase 3?
Infinity Wars finishes off phase 3, and many people consider it as, this is when the veterans of the movies will leave, aka the beginners of this franchise, people who have built it up, so...
Why do people consider that, though? Why do people speculate?
Because Infinity Wars is supposed to have all these stakes, and the logical conclusion, at least I think, is Infinity Wars, you kill off the old people, so then you can let the new people build the franchise even more.
Alright, so before we move in further with the whole MCU, I just want to go through a little, prediction list here with you. And I feel like you have your opinions about this because you're very well read on these things.
Yes.
What are your predictions and context behind who would get murdered? Context meaning, before we started the podcast, a couple minutes before, we were discussing this sort of in a way, but how Chris Evans it's his last contracted movie in Marvel?
Yeah, he also did an interview where he talked about his next movies and how basically alluded to the fact that Infinity Wars is his last.
Ah, really?
And he said that it's been a great ride, he really loves the character, but for him it's time to let go.
Okay.
So Chris Evans will die. The thing about Captain America, the character that Chris Evans plays, was supposed to die in Civil War.
According to the comic books.
According to comic books, but we've since realized that the Kevin Feige, the almighty god of this Marvel universe, has decided to... Sorry, there's some noise outside. It's, playing with my Marvel Universe head. And so we get into like this thing where Kevin Feige wants to do different things from comic books. I'm totally fine with that. Comic books are for nerds anyway. So the Captain America will definitely die. And Captain America and Iron Man have been set up to have an emotional death because of Civil War.
Right, they're like not on speaking terms right now.
Civil War ends with them basically breaking up.
Right.
Because Bucky's not his friend.
Fuck Bucky and his weak ass chin.
Yeah. Iron Man has been set up to die in a particular way because in Age of Ultron, we'll get to Age of Ultron in specifics because he has a vision in which basically Scarlet Witch makes him see a possible outcome of all of this.
Right, he could have saved everybody.
But at the end everyone dies except him. Mm-hmm. He's left to deal with everything. Captain America gives him this weird speech about how it's his fault, whatever, all this stuff. I think Iron Man will die.
Like a selfless death?
Like a selfless death, in tandem with Captain America. I think they will both sacrifice themselves to maybe defeat Thanos in some way.
Right.
So I think they'll be brought together again because really the Marvel Universe has a lot of the steam behind it. People love it so much is because they love the dynamic between Captain America and Iron Man. I mean, the first Avengers set it up with them basically you're old, well you're Dick, and then people were like, oh, I love these comical characters.
You have old and Dick all over the place.
And I think those two will die. I think my other prediction, just from the trailer, not anything solid, is that Vision will just get fucked.
What?
He gets his thing pulled out.
Oh, right.
Because the Vision is basically an Infinity Stone in human form.
Yeah.
So I think he'll get his Infinity Stone pulled out and just die. And then Scarlet Witch will have to pick up the pieces and her become more of an Avenger because of it. Basically, all the... Hulk maybe? I'm thinking Hulk maybe might be dead.
Is Hulk in the trailer? I don't think so.
He's not... Yes, he is, in that giant scene where everyone runs towards something.
Oh,
but,
right.
yeah.
Because in Ragnarok, you don't see him come back yet.
Yeah, no, he turns into... Ragnarok was great. But anyway,
yeah.
But, yeah, the one thing that is a wish of mine is if Black Widow could die. Just...
I think she's going to ride off into the sunset all by herself.
Great.
Okay, so where are we at? We have Captain America dying, we have Iron Man dying, we have Vision potentially dying. I don't think he's going to die because of the trailers. You see these, oh wait, Thanos needs all the stones. I thought it was going to be one of those things where he's going to take the stone and someone's going to slap his hand and be like, bitch, don't touch that stone.
Not gonna happen.
No, I don't think so.
I think it will happen. Surely there will be some tension in that, but I don't think it will be I think Josh Brolin will get his stone.
Josh Brolin?
It's Josh Brolin.
Is who?
Is Thanos.
What?
You don't see it?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because he's Cable also, so that's confusing.
Yeah, he's double dipping.
Oh shit.
He will be more fun as Cable, I think.
Probably, yeah.
I think Thanos is such a generic villain.
Yeah.
There's no Thor Ragnarok had an interesting villain in Cate Blanchett.
Yeah.
I think Iron Man had an interesting villain in the fact that it was come on, it was the man, the dude. Sorry.
Oh, the man.
The man. And I think Captain America Winter Soldier had an interesting villain because it wasn't a direct villain. It was a vague spy movie.
Right.
Thanos is pretty much the big beam in the sky. It's it's the Steppenwolf of this franchise.
Yeah.
Get ready. But yeah, and I think what's going to happen is they're going to set up, after the old Avengers die and they have to get it all together, is the new Avengers will be Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, and then I think the Guardians will continue to live on and have
Why do you think
adventure.
Hulk's gonna die?
Because I think he's one of the originals. I think everyone from, like, the first Avengers is gonna die off. I think they're gonna really just do a full transition. They're gonna put Doctor Strange.
I'd have a problem with Hulk dying.
You don't have a problem with that?
No, I do.
Oh, you do?
I'd have a problem with Hulk dying because, if I recall correctly, in Phase 1, the Incredible Hulk is a part of the MCU, right?
That makes no sense.
That's the Edward Norton, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Do you remember that masterpiece?
Yeah, I think because I've seen it twice.
Oh, God.
I forget why I've seen it twice.
There was also, like, some articles about how Edward Norton was, like, waiting to be asked to be in the MCU.
Ooh. Oh, no. Poor Ed.
Poor Ed, dude.
Oh.
But no, Mark Ruffalo. Bae. Ultimate Bae. God bless Mark Ruffalo. But, yeah.
I mean, I'd have a problem because
Why?
we don't have any establishing Mark Ruffalo Hulk.
Yeah.
That's bizarre to me.
And it would also be more, I think it would be more profitable and more interesting if Marvel kept him and gave him a movie after.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like fighting Red Hulk or something. Or Hulk versus Wolverine.
Oh my God. Get Hugh Jackman back for one last time. He won't do it.
Hulk versus Wolverine, for any of those. For people who don't read comic books but are looking to get into it, that's one of the best comic book series, so go out and find it.
It's also one of the signs of when comic books were starting to die, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Because when you get to the point where two landmark characters are fighting, it's basically just like the Hail Mary of comic books.
Pretty much.
But it's great.
Somehow it just landed. It was like the equivalent of a 99-yard touchdown. You never see that, but it was fucking gorgeous.
It's like rare, but it's like, it's good.
Oh,
okay, so Infinity War, Infinity Stones, the War, the Double Zugaloo Part 1 is coming out next week. And then there's going to be a Part 2, because that's how we do final movies now.
Wait, what? That's going to be Avengers 4?
You didn't know?
There's going to be Infinity Wars Part 2.
Let me be sure of this.
I don't think so.
Sorry, you're right. In the early development of Infinity War, the Russo brothers gave interviews where they said they don't know if they were going to do 1 and 2.
Oh, thank God.
Which is so, like, interesting. They were basically like, we're filming, but we are not saying that it's going to be 1 and 2. We're just doing what we have to do, and we'll see how it
Just
goes.
make it fucking 3 hours. People are going to watch it anyway.
That's true, yeah. So this list that I'm looking at puts all the Marvel TV shows in there too. We're not going to talk about those.
Oh, fuck no.
Because they're not interesting, and to be quite honest, you watch them once and you never touch them again.
I watched, like, the last 10 minutes of an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and laughed.
Yeah.
And,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is definitely awful. I will argue that Jessica Jones's Season 1 has good ideas, but...
don't care about it. I just don't care.
But nobody cares.
I don't care about Luke Cage.
Doctor Who wasn't interesting enough to be seen in it.
Doctor Who?
David Tennant is the villain in Jessica Jones 1.
Oh, right. He's Kilgore.
He's Kilgrave.
Kilgrave. I'm thinking about Killmonger right now.
Killmonger good. Kilgrave bad.
Yeah. But Kilgrave, apparently, he does a good job as the
great villain. Some really good ideas about, psychological abuse, rapes, all that type. Very good. You do not need to watch it again. Luke Cage is... there's some good songs in there because every intro has a new performance.
Cool.
By a black artist.
Cool.
Very cool songs. Stay for those and then just exit the episode.
I just don't seem interested, honestly.
And I watched The Punisher all the way through, and I had to argue with 2 different people. I'm not going to call them out because I am a nice person.
Is this who I think it is?
Yes. Argue with 2 different people as they told me that it was the best Marvel TV show, and I had to hold myself. Yeah, I had to hold myself together because in my head I said, you can be the bigger person in this situation. Not just physically, but also mentally.
The best TV show ever?
The best Marvel TV show.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I asked Brandon to watch the first episode of Punisher to confirm my thesis that it's fucking awful.
It was awful.
And it's awful!
It's fucking awful.
Stop pretending like the Punisher is some smart fucking commentary on the army and soldiers and PTSD. It's not.
Daredevil season 1 was pretty good.
There we go.
I kind of enjoyed that.
Because it's the first one. It's the first one ever made, so they put some effort into it. Anyway.
Iron Fist didn't... I'd never even... Did that happen?
We're not... What?
Iron Fist?
Yeah, I don't think that exists.
Does it not?
Yeah, I don't think that happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like something happened in Iron Fist that no one wants to talk about.
No, I just think Brandon's just talking about something that doesn't exist, so that's okay. He's just confused. It's fine. No, it's cool. So
did something bad happen to you?
No, we're just not. That doesn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Iron Fist did not have a TV show, so.
Well, while trying to watch Iron Fist on Netflix.
No, Iron Fist is not on Netflix.
I'm just gonna pull that up right now.
Because it doesn't exist.
I'm just gonna pull that up real quick.
Brandon's opening something that doesn't exist. He's gonna get an error page, guys. So anyway, phase 1.
So Iron. Oh my god.
No, we're not.
The ratings.
No, guys, he's looking at something else.
Holy shit!
The fact that Brandon is trying to trigger my PTSD with Iron Fist is very disrespectful right now.
Oh man, has it been renewed for a second? I think it is.
No, don't. It hasn't because it doesn't exist.
Oh my god, wait.
No, we're not.
Yes, there is a second season. Oh
Brandon,
my god.
I said there is no second season. I think you're looking at Daredevil.
No, it's there, even though the night nurse is gonna be there.
No, I don't want. I don't think you're right. I feel like you're just looking at something that doesn't exist.
And then the Defenders, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, the Defenders were just 3 characters. The Defenders were just, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Luke Cage. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, there's someone called Iron Fist.
No, there's no one called Iron Fist in it. I think you might be mixing up your words.
I'm sorry, you've been misled. It has a whole of 8 episodes in this bullshit.
Yeah, no, there was no Iron... Guys, just... This is such a funny side note, the fact that Brandon thinks that there was an Iron Fist TV show. So phase 1 is Captain America: The First Avenger.
That's the first one?
That's the first one.
What? That came out before Iron Man?
No, but we're going through phases.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Okay. Phase 1... apparently starts with Captain America: The First Avenger because
fuck that movie.
It's so boring, right?
Yeah. It's not the worst one though. It
has a few good things about it. I like the CGI on Skinny Steve.
It's horrible.
What?
His head is so big.
Okay, well that's just because there's no way to.
Yeah, there's a problem.
When you do steroids, it's really hard to get your head smaller.
But no, when you do steroids, your head looks smaller than your body because your body takes the steroids. Here, it's like reverse. He's so fucking skinny, but his head is so massive relative to his body.
Okay, so this is what I'll say. The body looks properly pathetic.
It looks sickly.
Yeah. But that's what it's supposed to be.
But his head.
Okay, his bobblehead, I get it.
Is way too fucking big. He
looks like a hula hoops girl on a dashboard.
Pretty much. He's a fucking bobblehead.
Yeah. And I think Chris Evans gives his best try at acting the script that's just so lifeless.
Yeah.
And I think you watch it and you go, I believe him as Captain America. I'm not having as much fun watching this, but I believe that he's Captain America.
Right. I mean, they did some cool things with how they portrayed propaganda on the American side.
Oh yeah, there's some really funny scenes of him trying to perform on stage.
Yeah, I mean,
with showgirls and just in the stupidest costume. Oh, the costume is so fucking funny.
I feel like those scenes in particular kind of were more deep than what most people would like to think they are.
Exactly. And I would love to see what a more interesting or a better director would have done.
Who directed that one?
I don't think anyone...
No one directed it?
It's just an MCU bot.
Is it the same guy who directed Iron Fist?
Joe Johnston. You familiar with his work?
Sounds like the kind of guy who directed all of Iron Fist.
I told you that. That doesn't...
You should break down by the end of the episode. Just having some meltdown.
Oh, you know what he directed? Jurassic Park 3.
Oh no.
So we're not... Joe Johnston, you fucking...
Fuck you.
And Peggy Carter.
Peggy Carter. His love interest.
So hot.
Yeah, absolutely.
That woman is incredible.
She's like the American Marion Cotillard.
Oh, she's literally what you think of when you think of like a curvy woman.
She's gorgeous.
Oh, she's so good. Rest of the movie though, pretty trash.
And Hugo Weaving does a good job trying to do Red Skull. People like.
Oh God! Did you laugh when you saw Red Skull for the first time?
I mean, like, yeah, and I was about to comment on that just now, but then I thought about it, and I'm like, how many other ways could you have done the Red Skull? Like, honestly.
Like, there's no way to make him look creepy because he looks ridiculous.
Like, they wrote themselves into a ditch with Red Skull because of how he's going to be portrayed on screen.
Yes, because if you see him in the comic books, it's not that he looks scary. It just looks better when you have a stylized artist.
Right. Here, there's like, you can't not have like a glistening red prosthetic of a head. There's no, like when you rationalize it, there's no way.
Like, you can't even like give him a CGI thing where you make him look even more like Scully. It just looks... No, he's supposed to look like his skin has been peeled off, right?
They should have had him fight, like, the Grim Reaper or some shit. Like, or, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think...
Killshot. Fuck.
Oh, God. But here's the thing. I'll bring this up. We won't spend too much time on it, but, like, Captain America the First Avenger gets compared a lot, and I mean, surprisingly a lot. Can you guess to which DC movie?
DC movie?
Yeah.
Wait, give me a couple tries here. The Man of Steel?
No.
Batman Begins?
This DCU, this like current DCU. Think of Captain America, what the themes, what the subject matter is, and think of the recent DC movie featuring a superhero.
Talking about Dawn of Justice.
Jesus Christ, Brandon.
Talking about Wonder Woman?
We're talking about Wonder Woman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Guys, well, got to know Brandon's a misogynist.
Oh, fuck.
Captain America.
Fuck Peggy Carter, man.
Fuck. If she breathes, she's a thought.
Oh, shit. I'm not the misogynist, apparently.
Captain America the First Avenger gets compared to Wonder Woman in the way...
Because the war themes?
The war themes, but also because, like, it's the superheroes saving people from the war, trying to talk about how people are actually good, and the evil people are actually, like, you know, should be dealt with in a very cartoonish way, like, just punching the fuck out of them. But I know a lot of people were like, Wonder Woman should have been set in World War II because it would have had more impact.
Right.
But a lot of people were saying there's no way you could put Wonder Woman in World War II because Captain America did it. And it's so, like, ingrained in the character that, like, that movie is about World War II. It's about him punching out Hitler and all this other shit.
Right.
Out of the two, it's very tough because Wonder Woman, in retrospect, an okay movie. Captain America, and movie.
Yeah.
And they're both just like pretty mediocre movies about war that just reached a tip of like commentary about the war. Like Wonder Woman had that great like scene about the Native American guy, the actor struggling because he's an immigrant, and then Chris Pine, and then her. They were all together talking about how all of their struggles just like relate to each other and how like.
Oh wow!
There's even a moment where literally the Native American guy talks to Chris Pine and he's like, you know, at one point you were the one invading me and now I'm helping you. That was some like.
What did Chris Pine have to complain about?
Because he's a spy.
He's super attractive.
His lips are too full.
Oh no.
His eyebrows are too groomed.
Oh,
you know.
He's too pretty.
He's too pretty. Anyway, Captain America: The First Avenger. What would you give it out of 10?
You give it like a 5.5.
Yeah, pretty like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have much to complain about it. I'm not offended by it. Like, in the sense of, like, God, this was a waste of time. But, like,
no.
I understand why people say it's, like, a pretty underwhelming movie. Because it followed one of the most iconic Marvel movies of all time. Mostly because it was so well done. Iron Man. The first Iron Man. 2008?
Yeah, I think so. When I saw that, I feel like I was with you, on board with you in the sense that, like, I wanted to know more about the whole MCU thing. Because Iron Man was just so fucking amazing.
It's really like it's really cool to see Robert Downey Jr. come back to form after being basically blackballed by Hollywood for so long and doing like middling movies.
Yeah.
And then coming back with like, I'm pretty sure he probably thought like, this is my Hail Mary, like this is my direct to DVD bullshit.
For sure, probably.
And
but I'd like to say that of all the people who were cast as superheroes, the one person who fits the build of the character that they're playing is fucking Robert Downey Jr.
It's kind of eerie.
The way he resembles Tony Stark is just unbelievable.
In like, not only in like physical, like you see comic strips of Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr. and you're like, the facial hair, the express, like everything about it.
Yeah.
But Robert Downey Jr. has somehow like managed to absorb part of Tony Stark's personality. Given the fact that Robert Downey Jr. is kind of a confident, cocky man by nature because the dude just loves to joke around.
Yeah. But
he does have like everything about Tony Stark going on for him. Like,
that's fair.
It's just he's stylish. He always like
great looking.
Great looking man, just like kind of a silver fox thing, but not yet. You know,
right.
just this idea that he always cracks jokes. He's always like, you know, one step ahead. If he, like, there's those really amazing interviews of like they're like 1 hour or 2 hour long. It's like the masterclass videos where it's like this. Fuck, I forgot what his name is. He's like this really old guy that runs a like a theater school, and he gets famous actors to come in and talk to him about their careers, and Robert Downey Jr. did it, and I remember watching it, and it was like Robert Downey Jr. just has this thing about him where it's like, you feel like it emanates from him how much like he just doesn't give a shit and like thinks he's cool as fuck, even though you don't think he is. And I hate him for it.
But he's so fucking cool.
He is so fucking cool. The first Iron Man had great things going for it because it was directed by John Favreau.
Really? The first one?
Yes.
I always forget that. First
and second one. I forgot if he did the third.
I think we all just want to forget who did the third.
The third one. So, John Favreau did like... I'm trying to describe Iron Man, like, it was just like, it just felt right. Like, the whole time you're watching it, you're just like, this is really cool. Like, everything about this is really cool.
Yeah.
It's funny, but at the same time, you feel like really, the only thing about Iron Man, and this is the Iron Man series in general, is I always felt like Pepper Potts was shoehorned in.
Yeah.
Like, Pepper, like, it's clear that she was the love interest. The moment she steps in, you're like, oh, fuck, okay, yeah. But it's like, she never got the same, like, even though she's the only main character except Tony Stark, well, War Machine later, but that's later, but, like, she never felt developed. She never felt like, whoa, Pepper Potts.
Right.
Even if they tried that in the third when they made her.
I mean...
But yeah, she just never felt right for me in the sense... Like, I love their interaction because Robert Downey Jr. is very good at acting, but, like, it never felt like...
I guess she was just there to reflect the vices of Tony Stark in a way.
Yeah.
Like, the conversations they would have would only just show the flaws in him.
Yeah.
I guess it was kind of important to have.
Yeah. Makes sense. And also, like, the only person he would be able to have a relationship with, because if you think about Tony Stark and his personal relationships...
Right.
It's like, the first... And it also does a really good job at establishing the fact that Tony Stark... I think the first one mentions the fact that he has a difficult relationship with his dad, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's, like, they start off with a scene of his dad filming the infomercial. Do you remember this?
Ooh, no, I haven't seen Iron Man in a long time.
Okay, his dad, played by... Fuck, I forgot. Anyway, super attractive person. His dad, like,
Is it the same guy who plays, his dad in Civil War there for the flashbacks?
Yes. This is a dude who's done movie... I can't remember... Anyway.
The dude from Mad Men.
There we go.
He looks like Anderson Cooper's brother or something.
God. Anderson Cooper's brother. There's a scene in Iron Man which is very well describes a relationship in which Tony Stark's dad is filming an infomercial for the new theme park that's gonna have like all this Stark stuff in it, and you can see him try to do the take each time because Tony walks into the frame and touches one of the trucks in the the set or like tries to do something or like is being like a kid generally, and his dad kind of like always pulls him away, and then at one point he just like takes him off and like gives him to his mom, and he's just like annoyed with him, and then he does this like straight to camera message where he's like before he starts to take, he's like, Tony, you may not understand this, but everything I do now is for you, so you can be better than me, stuff like that.
Oh. Wow, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, it's a very good scene. It's like tells a lot by just doing very little. It's like, and then there's like that's what Tony's watching, and it's like really cool because it's like he just pulls up the archives because there's like a lot of information about Tony just being like it's kind of sentimental but not wanting to show it, stuff like that. But yeah,
right.
Very difficult. And the relationship with his dad and his mom comes up later in Civil War, which is kind of amazing. That like, which is another thing I was gonna say. You need to kind of be in tune with the phases to get like if you want the full emotional weight of Civil War, you need to have been watching Iron Man 1 to 3.
I mean, like, I guess so. If you want to be a part of the cult, you have to be brainwashed first.
That's true, yeah. If you want to be cool, you gotta get the brand.
Oh, God.
After Iron Man, there's Iron Man 2. I can't remember the plot of Iron Man 2, but it
Not really.
But it had some plot about how his competitor was making janky machines. Remember that?
Is that right?
He had a parrot. Do you remember that gag?
Oh, God,
And
no.
he's friends with Mickey Rourke.
Wait, the parrot is friends with Mickey Rourke.
No, the evil man.
What?
He's not friends, but he hires Mickey Rourke.
Who the fuck is that guy, then?
He's the competitor to Stark. He's like the dude with the buck teeth. He's like really weird. You don't remember this person?
They make him like the evil dude who's the counterpart of Tony Stark has to be complete opposite.
Yeah.
Like Tony Stark is so gorgeous, he's so confident, and here's this fucking janky ass dude with buck teeth and a parrot.
The thing about the whole plot was about how he's gonna make better machines than Stark and get like more recognition for it. So he makes like these awful plastic machines that the army uses, and that's how War Machine like gets closer to Stark because he realizes the things don't work. But yeah, he becomes friends with Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke like puts on his best jazz hands, electrical hands.
Yeah, just a mix of Whiplash and Crimson Dynamo. You know, you could have two characters now. Let's merge them into one.
You know what? I wish they were crazy enough to put like a Winklevoss thing where Mickey Rourke has a twin,
no.
and they're both Whiplash.
Because Crimson Dynamo had to be like one of my favorite Iron Man villains.
But it's the worst name.
I mean, as a kid, it was amazing.
Great, but it's the worst. Like a marketing team's probably like, oh no, we need to no. Whiplash at least sounds cool.
Oh fuck! I mean, like. They can make fun of how Crimson Dynamo is a lame ass name, and he just still kicks ass though.
The Incredible Hulk.
There's no segue into that. Like you can't actually.
Yeah, we're not talking about that, but anyway.
The Incredible Hulk.
R.I.P. Edward Norton. R.I.P. that awful movie.
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth. What is Tim Roth up to? I don't want to know.
Liv Tyler is there.
Liv Tyler. What's Liv? Anyway, after that, we get blessed by the second most boring Avengers movie, Thor. Directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Second most boring?
Thor is boring. The whole movie.
Which one's the first boring?
Captain America.
Boring?
You don't think
those are the top two?
Okay, no. The first one is Thor 2.
Yes.
For me, it goes Thor 2, Thor, and then we go we'll put a little gap, and then I think Captain America, the first one.
Thor 2, Incredible Hulk. Fucking.
I'm so glad I hope the Incredible Hulk is in the box set for the MCU.
Iron Man 3, and then we have Thor 1.
Okay. Okay, Thor 1 does have something to go for it. I think it has some funny scenes of Thor being stupid with humans.
Yeah.
Where he goes, I want more coffee, but he says it in the Asgardian way.
Right. I mean, I understand why they have gratuitous ab shots of Chris Hemsworth.
I mean, you put all that work in.
Myself, as a man watching these things, felt very emasculated. The entire time watching Thor Ragnarok. watching both yourself and Anne drool over Chris Hemsworth.
Both aroused and scared at the same time? Is that what you felt?
I would say like 85%
Envy?
mad.
Mad, okay.
Well, I guess I'd classify as envy.
Yeah.
10% aroused.
Mm-hmm.
What does that put me at 95? And 5%, what was the other one?
Scared?
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
scared.
Yeah.
Definitely scared.
First Thor cannot tell you what the plot was except that Loki is in it, apparently.
Oh, they have the fucking, the Ultimo machine. The suit.
Great.
Yeah. They go fight some frost giants at one point.
Nobody cares.
Not really.
Nobody cared ever.
No.
And then I'm kind of shocked that Avengers comes right after.
Wow.
I forgot that we didn't have that much setup before Avengers.
Wow.
First Avengers, I would say, is a great movie.
A great movie.
Except the writing.
First Avengers?
Except the writing.
A great movie.
I think Avengers has some great fucking action scenes.
I'm gonna quote you on that.
Has some great action scenes.
A great movie.
I think it is.
It is not. Shut up, Kat.
Iron Man 3.
No, let's get back to the fucking Avengers.
Okay, here's what I'll say. I saw the Avengers in theaters in 2010 when it came out.
As did I.
And I'll be honest, for me, this was what? High school? Is this high school yet?
Yep.
I was in high school. I had no friends that liked this. I was the only one who was into nerdy stuff, and I was too afraid to tell anybody about it because I was a teenager, and that's not what you do. So for me, watching this felt very cathartic because for me it was like watching all your favorite things all at once. It was like creating your own fan movie.
Okay.
So for me, the action scenes really worked for me because like they fight like giant fucking alien monsters.
So you have rose-colored glasses.
Definitely.
Okay, so it's not a great movie.
Like rose-colored, like just contact lenses, like burnt into my retinas.
So it's not a good movie.
I'm not gonna say if it's not a good movie. But I'm glad that you're trying to make me cry. I think here's one thing I hate about it. It made Agent Coulson popular enough to have his own TV show.
Ooh, right.
This is what birthed the awful Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show.
Oh no. Fucking Agent Coulson. He was just great for the like running gag of like having baseball cards of the Avengers.
And being like super into Captain America and everyone else thinks it's weird. And
and he had like a big ass gun.
And then he dies, but no.
He doesn't. No.
No, fuck my entire life.
Let's have Kobe Smulders be hot.
For no reason.
Hey, I don't care. She's hot.
I was gonna fuck. I can't believe we haven't mentioned this yet. Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Highlight of the series.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think in all the movies he's been in, he's been a highlight.
What was it? It wasn't Civil War. It was fucking Age of Ultron. No.
Winter Soldier.
No. Where they go to Hawkeye's safe house.
Age of Ultron.
Right. Nick Fury in a cream sweater.
Oh hell yeah.
He's killing it.
Oh hell yeah.
He's ahead of the game there.
That was a fashion statement.
Absolutely. Nick Fury highlighted the fucking series.
Nick Fury in a nice sweater in a log cabin.
Right. That's hot as
That
fuck.
scene is also when Chris Evans tears a log in two with his bare hands.
Also, just, wrap me up in a blanket and give me a cup of cocoa, because I'll sit next to Fury by the fire. Just, as Donald Trump said, just a
Age
good
of
old side
Ultron is an insult to writing.
a good old side of fire and fury. Okay, back to the first
Why are we
Avengers.
promoting the landmark Trump book, Fire and Fury?
Oh, right. Right. Great book.
The Avengers.
How could you... We had a fucking podcast on writing, and you're going to come around and say that it's a great movie, but the writing sucked.
Because we agreed that you can love a movie without...
You can love a movie with shit writing.
Okay,
But
I know
can you
what you
objectively
mean.
say it's a great movie with shit writing?
It is not a great movie.
Thank you.
But I loved it.
You're going to cry after this episode is done.
I'm just going to be in the street, like, holding the podcast and in the file and just be like, it's a great movie. No, I definitely have rose-colored glasses, but also I haven't watched Avengers since. So it's kind of probably will hate it if I watch it again. But
my stepdad absolutely loves that kind of stuff.
your stepdad is a terrible person, so I don't know why.
Oh my god. Shout out to Mark. We love you. It's all good.
No, not shout out. You don't love him.
It's all good. Yikes. That's a can of worms. Mom, if you're listening to this, please skip ahead.
Wait, what did you think of the Avengers?
I didn't like it.
You didn't at least turn your brain off for the action.
Fucking mess.
You didn't at least turn your brain off for the action?
I can't. It's only that.
Brandon's just too smart to turn his brain
It's just too ridiculous. And they have a pause in the fucking movie in all of the action just so Hulk could, beat the shit out of Loki.
That's so funny, though.
Great. It's what the fuck? It's the most unnecessary pause you'd ever need in a movie.
Yeah, well, that's what you get when you ask Joss Whedon to make your landmark movie about superheroes.
All I'm saying is that I've seen Avengers a couple times. Because it gets fucking registered on our TiVo. And
you secretly love it. Anyway, so Phase 2,
garbage.
Iron Man 3.
Even worse.
It's very bad. I don't know why, though. I know why.
You don't know why?
No, sorry, that came out wrong. I just mean, I don't get how they fucked it up.
Oh, okay.
After having a very successful series already. You know what I mean? What do you think went wrong? What do you think, I think it's because they picked the worst storyline to follow through with.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, as a comic book lover, you go and watch the movies, and they're gonna mention something that was a big deal in the comic books in passing, and I think that's what was a disease. It's a strain of something.
Oh my god! Oh, do you know who directed this?
Who?
Shane Black.
Shane Black.
Why would you give this to Shane Black?
But Shane Black is so fucking good.
That's what I know, but it's like when they gave the fucking Solo movie to comedy dudes.
This is why I wasn't excited for Ragnarok when you guys were telling me about it in school.
Mm.
The reason why I wasn't excited for it was because they're giving the third movie to Taika when they give the third movie of Iron Man to Shane Black.
Yeah, dude, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Brilliant. Oh my god.
Robert Downey Jr.
I would have an entire podcast on Kiss
Robert
Kiss Bang
Downey Jr.
The Nice Guys. Really love that movie.
Absolutely.
God. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Lethal Weapon, 1987. God, I didn't know Lethal Weapon was 87.
Yikes.
Anyway, Iron Man, come back to it. Yeah, the character you're mentioning is the Mandarin, right?
No.
No.
I'm talking about the actual, project.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
The thing that Guy Pearce is doing there the entire time.
God. Oh, Guy Pearce.
Yep.
What happened, dude?
Guy Pearce.
The extremist virus.
Right. I feel like it's one of those viruses or things in the movies that could just be mentioned in passing and everything's going to be okay.
Uh-huh.
And they should have just left it at that instead of making a huge, fucking big deal out of it. And instead, have the Mandarin as the actual villain.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of daddy dicking the entire community of people who fucking love Iron Man and Mandarin as a villain.
Okay, so this is something that I'll say that probably might piss you off. Because...
What are you saying, Mandarin's racially insensitive?
I'll explain. I know why they didn't make Mandarin the villain.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so they did because...
They for the Chinese market? They want Chinese people to go watch the movie, is that right?
Oh my fucking god, that would be hilarious if Robert Downey Jr. just admitted, just straight up giving an interview, he was like, yeah, we want the chinks to come see our movies.
Oof.
No. When they first announced this and they said they were going to do the Mandarin, everyone came hard on it by saying the Mandarin is a very racist stereotype. It's a very racially insensitive character. It would suck for Iron Man to do this because they know, you're going to just make, just the dude from Breakfast from Tiffany's. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck, you don't know that meme. Anyway, It's just gonna be a very racist portrayal of Asian people, is what people said.
So fucking Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Anyway, so then the developers and I think Kevin Feige and everything explained that Ben Kingsley is gonna play the Mandarin, and then people got even more mad because not only are you not gonna put an Asian person in it, you're just not gonna put.
What the fuck do people want?
And then they explained. And then, so I'm gonna spoil the movie. The Mandarin turns out to be fake.
Right.
It's a persona that Guy Pearce uses to get Tony Stark off of his trail.
Yeah, in layman's terms, daddy dick. Yeah, everyone's got fucking daddy dick.
And Ben Kingsley's basically this, like, actor slash, like, failed comedian performers person who plays the Mandarin just to be, like, to get money out of Guy Pearce. And the way Kevin Feige explained it is and I think the producers explained it's like, we didn't want to put the Mandarin in the movie because we knew it's racially insensitive.
People who got fucking offended by the announcement of the Mandarin being the villain could all go straight to fucking hell. They could all just fucking die.
So they said that we don't want to make the Mandarin a very important part because we know it's going to be bad. But we know the Mandarin's very iconic. So they said...
Okay, hold on a second. You want to talk about racially fucking insensitive? How about this fucking George St. Pierre in The Winter Soldier getting fucking, cast aside as Batroc, this French acrobat known villain? What are you talking about? Like, French people? I think...
Where is his baguette?
I'm pretty sure there was a fucking comment on that. I'm gonna fucking watch The Winter Soldier tonight and text at 3 o'clock in the morning to say, holy shit, they made a joke about the French giving up. And, just fucking, abandoning white flag bullshit. You talking about being offended? Go fuck yourselves, people who didn't want to have the Mandarin. You are the people who ruined Iron Man 3. Dig a ditch and fucking die in it. George St. Pierre, the greatest UFC fighter in the history of the world.
My friend met him at a mall and she said that he's a huge person.
He's an amazing person. I love him. He's great. He put Montreal on the map. And what are we gonna do? Just cast him aside as one of those fucking French people. Fuck them. Fuck you.
You could argue that he was originally from France, Quebec, Nouvelle-France, all that.
That's what they did. They made him from France.
He also has a Quebec accent in The Winter Soldier. So if someone can explain that to me...
fucking die. Just go die.
And Chris Evans speaks French, so I want you to see that scene, because it's very bad. Anyway, just to finish it
I
up...
just feel very passionately about the Mandarin as a character.
Because he's the comics, he's very important.
He's one of the most important characters.
It's like when you speak of, iconic villains, but here's the thing, and then they said at the end, we know he's iconic, and we didn't want to offend people, so our compromise is, we put him as an Easter egg in the movie.
The Easter egg should have been the fucking,
virus?
Yes!
So they said, the Easter egg is that we're gonna fool the audience into thinking that the Mandarin is this big bad guy, when in fact it's just going to be this false illusion, so we don't have to be insensitive, and we also fulfill people's need for the character. Here's the problem though, that doesn't fix it, because if I'm out there going for Mandarin because I love the character and I'm like, oh finally Aaron's going to fight his nemesis, and I go and I see that Ben Kingsley is in a room with prostitutes, and that's the joke, and that's the Mandarin, I'm gonna be pissed.
See, I had no idea about this whole Mandarin being the villain thing.
But they were very concerned, is what I'm gonna say.
And then I saw it.
Yeah?
And I was like, holy shit, the Mandarin's in the movie, it's sick. I didn't even mind that it was Ben Kingsley, listen, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't flip shit when Tilda Swinton was playing the Ancient One.
Oh yeah, people were mad about that one too.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. Alright, I went to go see the movie and I gave it my money. Whatever.
Had a fun time.
No.
Okay.
The fucking Mandarin daddy dicking was the worst in fucking movie history.
It's really an insult.
I'm not okay with this.
So after that mess, Iron Man 3 is still one of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Of course it is.
But it's like a mess. Anyway, so then we get the second Thor. Really, there's no point in talking about it. It's
the first ever Doctor Who from the resurgence of the 2005 series.
Yes. He did an interview recently where he said that that Thor: The Dark World is complete shit. So
Really?
Yeah.
Christopher Eccleston.
Christopher Eccleston does not like Thor.
I'm happy. Everything's okay with the world.
Everyone involved with the first 2 Thor movies is not a happy camper, which I understand. And then we get Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Okay.
The Winter Soldier is the first movie from the Russo brothers.
Okay.
It has interesting. I think it's a very good movie because I think it has an interesting villain.
Yeah.
Which is not, and it has a very badass scene of Nick Fury trying to get out of the car as he's getting pummeled.
That's pretty cool.
Which is very well shot, I think. It very tense, and Nick Fury's hilarious as he's talking back to the car, which is classic, just misunderstanding shit. And it's I think it's a proper spy movie.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But yeah, this is Winter Soldier is where people started paying more attention to the story because it kind of became important to know what the fuck is going on. But then after that, we got we went to the stars for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy followed Winter Soldier?
Yes.
Interesting.
So, do you remember Guardians of the Galaxy trailer? Because I remember very well.
Not really, no.
The main thing about it was they showed that scene where they're all in jail and they do.
Right, and it's Rocket on Groot's back shooting. Right.
It's Chris doing this.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's all coming back to me.
And it's very funny. It has all the gags in it, which is, I guess it makes sense. James Gunn did Guardians. James Gunn is apparently in charge of Guardians.
James Gunn's alright.
James Gunn's alright. Guardians basically just revived that whole thing of putting old school jams in modern movies.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Suicide Squad said, we're gonna do that too, and completely killed it.
Suicide Squad wanted to be the Guardians of the DCU.
And from what I read, is DC basically sent back notes to the director, who is the director of Fury. So, Jesus fuck, guys.
Fucking,
Jesus Christ, guys.
No, he did End of Watch also, which is really good.
But depressing.
End of Watch, yeah, oh, fuck.
Why would you give it?
End of Watch was fucking good. What's that guy's fucking name?
He makes, gritty movies.
He's a hit or miss guy.
But
he's a big time hit or miss guy.
But his
David Ayer, is that right?
David Ayer.
Is that right?
Yes. His whole thing is that he makes really gritty movies. I don't think I've seen a single David Ayer movie that would fit the description of what Suicide Squad was meant to be.
Well, you see, here's the thing. Well, right. I mean, he makes a good movie, then he makes a bad movie. He makes a good movie. He did Training Day. It was pretty good. Harsh Times, Street Kings, End of Watch, great.
Okay.
I don't remember Sabotage. Fury.
Okay, I liked it.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf's performance is really good.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad. And then, the year after, he made Bright for Netflix.
Can we have a podcast about Bright?
Yes. I completely forgot that David Ayer did Bright.
This is gonna be great, because Bright is about everything Brandon hates.
Yep.
Yep. David Ayer basically was told, look at Guardians and do that to Suicide Squad.
Well, I mean,
after they filmed it.
Right. I mean, Suicide Squad was a weird thing. They filmed everything, and apparently it was, not bad. And then,
They filmed everything, and apparently the studio wasn't happy with David Ayer's cut.
So they gave it to this
They gave it to a trailer house.
Right.
And that is just so sad.
And they
screened both, and people reacted better to the trailer house cut.
That's ridiculous. They amped up the color palette in some weird way.
The intro was this weird purple-green thing it's the weirdest thing, and apparently the final product is a mix of David Ayer and the trailer house.
Ooh.
It's the worst thing ever.
That sounds awful.
It's it's a Frankenstein monster. It looks at you and says, I want to die, just end my pain.
So you have, oh god,
just the grittiness and sadness of what David Ayer likes to do, just tight, scenes about, and then the awful, zaniness of Trailer House, is just fucking awful. So Guardians of the Galaxy actually just, kind of nailed the whole, it's a fun time.
Wonderful color palette, wonderful musical choice.
Just, all the marketing for it just
The writing was pretty good.
Yeah, and then you have Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which I watched. It was very good. Brandon just refuses to watch it, but that's fine.
I'm gonna watch it. I mean, I've heard so many people around me who've seen it. They loved it. I just don't want to bother with Baby Groot, personally.
You don't like it?
I just don't care.
The big debate is Baby Groot.
Right.
Is he Groot's son?
No. Well, yeah.
Or is he Groot?
No, he's Groot's son.
Okay.
I think it's a trick question. Groot dies.
People are saying that this is just Groot regrowing.
Well, if that's the case, then people don't understand how fucking plants work.
Avengers: Age of Ultron. Speaking of nature fucking up.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Speaking of the nature purely of James Spader, the sexiest man alive.
Sexiest man alive. Every other
How does Blake Shelton win? How did Blake... I'm going to take a break here.
White supremacy.
Hey, James Spader.
James Spader's white. Fuck!
Blake Shelton, sexiest man alive.
He's so vanilla. That's why. He just looks like a
Like Southern Housewives just love him.
Oh yeah. Oh man. You know they're like the kinkiest thing they can think of is Blake Shelton singing to them. That's why he won.
With their cross-shaped dildo. Oh,
yeah.
Jesus!
Wow!
I'm just not going to continue with that.
Okay.
Whoops.
Age of Ultron. Who voices Ultron?
James Spader.
Oh, sorry, fuck. I completely spaced out because of the cross. God does not approve of this.
It's a handle,
message.
you know? It's a...
They just swing it around. Fuck my entire life. We're gonna get to 1 hour and be like an Ant-Man. Okay. Age of Ultron is pretty bad because you don't care the whole time.
Yeah.
Because the conflict begins in the stupidest way, which is that people tell Tony Stark not to be a big baby, and Tony Stark goes, "No, I'm gonna be a big baby," and makes Ultron.
Oh yeah.
He accidentally, but he creates Ultron.
Yeah.
And Ultron is basically like a glitch in the system. He's like a virus.
Well, the Ultron program was supposed to like create like universal protection.
Yeah.
So for those who've played Destiny, it's kind of like what Rasputin is for the entire world.
Yes.
Which is gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
At one point.
And the issue is that then Ultron's entire plan was to what?
Wipe out the human race?
Wipe out the human race by lifting a piece of Earth up.
Oh, right. Like, because he keeps making allusions to, like, how every single cataclysm that wipes out creatures also ushers in a new era for the world, which is not wrong. He's definitely right about that. But then he keeps talking about the meteorite for the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Very into dinosaurs.
But I mean, like, when you compare the fact that, like, the Avengers are kind of the equivalent to dinosaurs, like, they practically are the kings of the world.
Yeah.
They can do whatever the fuck they want.
And Ultron was kind of the entire time alluding to the fact that someone needs to teach the Avengers a lesson. I think also.
Right, but how are you gonna teach them a lesson by just killing them all?
Yeah.
Teaching someone a lesson would involve, like, giving them a chance and saying, like, hey, don't do that shit again. He's like, no, fuck it, I'm just gonna kill you all.
Kill you all, and there was also that aspect of I'm superior because I'm a robot that's perfect and you're flawed humans.
Right, so he's gonna lift this landmass and then just drop down the earth like the meteorite was to the dinosaurs.
And I'm pretty sure there's a terraform aspect to this because there always is.
Right.
So, yeah. But the entire, like... Oh, also, Age of Ultron suffers from fucking Man of Steel disease, where Man of Steel, for 2 hours, is Superman destroying New York. And you get lost in the fact that this is a movie, and all you're doing is watching a man destroy New York.
Right.
Age of Ultron is just destroying, like, different parts of the Earth. The final, at least, like, hour of Age of Ultron is just you trying to get a mental picture of what's going on.
Oh, then on Sokovia?
With Sokovia, you're just like, okay, it's lifting this part, but then there's, like, this other shit, and people are running everywhere, and all people are doing is destroying the city. And it's like, when action gets lost is when I just lose interest. Like, by the end of it, you're just like, okay, well, just wait until this shit stops.
Right.
And Age of Ultron also why this isn't cut is the biggest question. But like, why would you include the scene of them in fucking Hawkeye's safe house?
Oh, just to give some fucking background to Hawkeye.
It's so self-indulgent.
Yeah, and it's like, it's also there to give you a twist ending. Like, it shows you the fact that he has a family and, like, it builds up Hawkeye's character.
But he doesn't die.
Right, that's the point. You're expecting him to die. You're expecting him to die at the end, just so you could, like, feel that sort of, like, actually, like, oh no, he's dead and he had a family waiting for him.
Fuck, what is his secret wife gonna do? She barely sees him any time of the year, and now he dies.
So, there's that, but then just to do the switcheroo at the end to have spoilers, Quicksilver die instead.
I loved Quicksilver.
I mean, yeah, he's alright.
I wish he stayed, because Hawkeye is the most boring character.
Yeah, he's definitely vanilla.
Even Black Widow has more interest because she actually, like, shows off her skills. There's more ways for her to show off her skills. Hawkeye just has arrows.
Yeah.
So, Age of Ultron made $1 billion, of course, but, you know.
Scarlet Witch's accent turns on and off.
It's just, what is up with actresses just deciding when their accent is going to matter?
You see, they completely cut that out with Black Widow. She's like, fuck it, I'm just going to speak like American.
Oh, yeah. By the way, this is exclusive for all of you who are watching The Avengers again and again just to convince me that it's shit. Black Widow speaks Russian at one point, and it is the worst Russian I've ever heard in my life.
In the first Avengers?
Yes.
Really?
She's in a chair being kidnapped. She's actually like doing.
Oh, when they recruit her.
Yes, when they recruit her, she's in the middle of something and speaks Russian to somebody. And I swear to God, my mom had whiplash watching that.
Really?
My mom was gonna throw up.
How bad? Like, what did she say?
She's supposed to say like I'm in the middle of something.
Which is how do you say that?
Oh fuck.
Well, how do you say that in Russian?
Okay, so I'll say it in Bulgarian because it sounds similar, but I'll explain to you how it sounded. So if I'm just like, I'm in the middle of something, правя нещо сега, може да се обадиш по-късно.
Cool.
She's like, правя нещо сега, yeah.
Ooh, no.
Fuck you, Scarlett Johansson. You're not Japanese,
but
you're not
so
Russian.
Hot.
You're very hot.
She's everything because she's hot.
She's one race, the human race.
Scarlett Johansson's the key to break all of this.
Ant-Man.
Scarlett Johansson can solve racism. Anyway, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Your favorite Marvel movie?
Yes.
Why?
Just the writing was so great. I felt like, if you're gonna double down comedy, just go for it the entire way. I feel like having lots of movies can feel very two-dimensional, but this added like a weird like Z-axis by adding in the whole miniature thing.
No.
So that added another level of physical comedy, which I love. And again, like, I loved it. People didn't like it. I'm not gonna say it's a great movie, but I loved it. A lot of it had to do with Michael Pena recounting things in flashbacks.
It's so good.
And him doing that seriously was like a great deal of how much I love that movie.
Oh, it's such also like, if you watch the movie, you'll see what we're talking about. The way they filmed him telling the story is so smart.
Absolutely.
It's super funny. It adds to comedy. I think that Ant-Man is definitely great. I remember seeing it with my brother, and we kind of went in saying, like, it's another Marvel movie. We're not expecting anything special, but it's like Ant-Man. Like, I never read Ant-Man comics.
I have so many Ant-Man comics. My favorite heroes, both in DC and Marvel, in Marvel was Ant-Man, and in DC was the Atom, who pretty much does the same.
The Atom is so... I love the Atom.
It's so fucking zany.
That's what it is. It's zany.
It's so fucking zany. It's awesome.
You know when people, like, I hate when people use the word quirky, but if you just use quirky in terms of like Ant-Man and the Atom, it's like that. It's like, it's off kilter.
Absolutely.
There's something wrong about it in such a good way.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I kind of hated the fact that like these movies have like 3 official trailers. Like the first trailer was good, but then in I think the third one or the second one they kind of like blow the joke that like the train is gonna like hit them when they're fighting, and like it hits them and just falls over.
Yeah.
Because they maintain like their mass and their strength from their actual size.
But that's great. Yeah. It has.
That was a great joke.
It was a great joke, and The one thing I'll say about Ant-Man is I remember following the production for it and being very worried because this was basically a script written by Edgar Wright.
Yep.
For like 10 years. The dude has been wanting to do this for so long.
That would have been so good.
And the issue was that they kept having problems by the fact that Edgar Wright wanted to do like his movies, so he made The World's End. He made a bunch of other stuff, and he couldn't finish the script. So they kept pushing him to do stuff, and in 2014, I remember Wright was like, I'm leaving the project.
Ugh, man.
And that sucks, you know? And then they basically got someone else to do like...
Wasn't that Joss Whedon?
Kill me. It's not. It's Peyton Reed.
What the fuck?
I have no idea who that is. I mean, what did he make? Oh, he's making Ant-Man and the Wasp, so you might be pretty happy with that one, too.
Well, I mean, if he got the feel of the first one, I mean, at least the second one's gonna have the same atmosphere.
Yeah, he's made, like, one movie every 5 years. The dude has, like, no filmography.
That's kind of cool, though.
Which is cool that he picked up what he got. But anyway, Ant-Man is very unique.
Yeah.
I think I was surprisingly, like, delighted with Evangeline Lilly, who plays the love interest, and...
Why do I think that she's Liv Tyler? Oh, because she's in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you mix those up.
Evangeline Lilly's fucking hot.
Fucking hot. Has like the most unattractive haircut, but she rocks it because she's that hot.
I don't care. Like, her confidence in rocking that haircut makes her even hotter.
As a female character, I thought that she had... It was like the perfect example of like never like treating her in a... The only time it was like it felt justified the way her dad was protecting her, not in a like my little girl's grown up type way.
Yeah.
Or in the I don't want my daughter to fucking die, so I'm gonna get the schlep to do it for me. Again, just like the whole situation, and
Paul Rudd is so perfect for that.
Paul Rudd, great. It's just everything about it is great.
That opening scene of him working at Baskin Robbins after coming out of jail.
There's not have been a more relatable scene other than Paul Rudd getting out of jail and thinking he's going to get a great job because he has a degree in something and ending up at Baskin Robbins.
Yep.
We all need to remember that and keep our egos in check.
For sure. Absolutely.
So after Ant-Man is Phase 3. The fact that it ends with Ant-Man makes sense because Phase 3 starts with Civil War.
Okay. Also, shout out to Marvel making Paul Rudd be in the MCU instead of just Ed Norton. Fuck you, Ed Norton. Let's give it to Mark Ruffalo, you fuck.
Oh my god. Ed
yeah,
Norton.
you did American History X. You were so good in that. How about fuck you?
Yeah, no. Fuck you. Captain America Civil War, pretty good.
Oh, wait. Weren't you telling me that apparently he was expecting an answer? Like, he was expecting to get called by the MCU?
It really sucks, yeah, because he said they talked to him about it before the Hulk came and the Avengers, and they basically asked him, like, what's up, dude? And Edward Norton said, like, yeah, I was kind of waiting for them to come ask me to do it.
Just imagine Ed Norton by the phone.
Just being like, his wife is like, honey, it's time for dinner. It's like, 5 more minutes.
Please,
can I just wait? Maybe Kevin might be eating dinner too. Okay.
Like he has like a landline, and like when people are on the phone, he's like, "Could you please get off the phone? They might be calling."
Oh my god!
It's so sad.
Captain America Civil War
is
basically a bunch of cameos.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like it.
But it's okay. I think there's a reason why it was so successful. Oh, this is what I was going to mention. Okay, there's not much to talk about Civil War. Everyone's probably seen it. It's one of the most popular ones. The one thing people compare it to, and this is so sad, is Dawn of Justice.
Oh, no.
Because of the whole Superman versus Batman, Iron Man versus Captain America. And isn't it so sad how bad Dawn of Justice is compared to Civil War?
Absolutely.
Like,
it's laughable.
Civil War at least had like this idea of like, this is fun time. We'll put Spider-Man in it. Hey, we'll give you a little cameo of Spider-Man in Brooklyn talking to Tony Stark. Isn't that cool? We'll give you some Paul Rudd action. We'll give you all of this cool stuff. Dawn of Justice was like, fuck all of you.
Yeah.
Fuck you all.
Pretty much.
Do you not like the dark? Because we're shooting in the dark. I hate Dawn of Justice. I hate fucking... The man who made 300 and then thought he was good at movie making.
Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder, worst fucking person. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just...
I mean, with the whole, Civil War, I can see why people liked it.
It has, mainstream appeal.
I feel like it's just trying to do way too much. For me, it's like Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. Oh, God. Was James Franco in Spider-Man 3?
Yep. James Franco was in all of them.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did he stay for 3?
Oh, damn right.
We should have, this is included in it, but the most iconic, the one everyone remembers. The second Spider-Man reboot with Andrew Garfield. I want Brendan and I to have a podcast on that because...
Just those two.
Those two, because they didn't even have the time to make a third one before they sold Spider-Man to Marvel.
No, they're like, fuck this, we can't do it.
It's really the worst. So, after Civil War, we got Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna... I was gonna say I have a very awful experience seeing it in the theaters. I'm not gonna say why.
Oh?
Because it's very embarrassing.
Well, what the fuck happened? Now you have to say it.
Fuck.
You can't just say it was super embarrassing.
What? I went to see Doctor Strange with my brother.
Okay.
A few days after it came out, because we were like, the trailers are like, you should watch this in theaters because of the visual effects.
Uh-huh.
So we go, and midway through Doctor Strange, as I'm having the time of my life, I get the biggest cramp in my left butt cheek. And I swear to God, I thought my ass was going to fall out.
Oh, no.
So Doctor Strange is kind of...
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet cheeks for me. Because I had to fight my own body through half of Doctor Strange. But I loved it. So you know what?
It's all worth it.
God bless you, Benedict Cumberbatch. Doctor Strange could have cut the whole backstory of how he cut his hands up, and I would still love it, because I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, the beginning is so ridiculous. Oh my god. Okay, so you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
You know when Doctor Strange, the whole point is that he has to break his hand at some point. That's what you're waiting for.
Right.
The scene where they show the car, he gets in a car accident, the car flips like 15 times.
Yeah, like he should be dead.
It's ridiculous how much they hammered him. They're like, did you get it yet?
He should have fucking died. Who plays his love interest?
None other than Queen of Love Interest, the Notebook lady.
Oh, Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams.
I love you.
She's the most lovable person. I've grown up seeing her fall in love with men.
I just want to marry her.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But Doctor Strange is I like the Doctor Strange ending only because the final fight scene of Doctor Strange is just a joke. It's a repeating
the whole
gag.
There, yeah.
Yeah, it's a repeating gag, and it has that great scene of him being high on hallucinogenics as Tilda Swinton tried to explain to him magic works.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool because he grows hands out of his hands.
Yeah.
So after Doctor Strange, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, I saw that. That's the most recent one I've seen.
Pretty good. It kind of the way I rate these is like, can he make me believe that he's Spider-Man? I really love Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think he embodies like a really young Spider-Man. I was surprised how young they went with it.
He does a really good job with it.
Spider-Man: Homecoming has a great relationship between Tony Stark and Peter, because I think the beginning is literally Peter being like, Tony, please call me.
Can I get the job?
Please call me to come fight people. And Tony like literally just deadlocks him, just does it. Oh, his fucking assistant Happy answers.
Yeah.
Basically tells him like, kid, shut up. So Spider-Man gets into hijinks on his own. Sidekick is pretty great.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Zendaya, breakout role as shy girl with sarcasm.
Right.
And it was like a pretty good movie. The only thing that annoys me is at the beginning, Peter is recording something on his iPhone, and it's in the shot as if it's his iPhone, and it's square.
What?
At the beginning of the movie is Peter recording in the car on his phone.
Yeah.
The shot is placed as if the screen is his phone.
Right.
But it's square.
Yeah.
It's a square frame.
It's supposed to be a rectangle.
It's supposed to be a rectangle. Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Hailed as the most diverse movie of all time.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. The one thing we'll say about all the phases of Marvel is they nail casting.
Yeah.
I don't think except Black Widow, but I don't have any time about that. I think every single character is very well cast.
Right.
They get it immediately, and Black Panther had this just immediately you just watch and you're like, oh yeah, he's Black Panther. Fuck yeah.
Definitely.
And then the last two are the most, I think there's one that we already talked about, we'll briefly mention, but I think the last one's the one we'll kind of, gush the most about, which is the most recent one that came out. Oh, these are not in order, sorry. Thor Ragnarok came out before Black Panther, but in the MCU was considered after Black Panther.
Right.
So Thor Ragnarok is the third Thor movie, and basically retcons the entire series.
Pretty much.
The character of Thor is completely different.
Yeah.
3 of his best friends get killed in the first 5 minutes because new villain, new sidekicks, new everything.
Pretty good.
Great fucking comedy movie. The entire thing is just hilarious, and nobody expected it. I think this is the most unexpected movie.
Definitely. I remember when you were trying to get me to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really, really was not down.
Mm-hmm.
What a happy surprise that was.
Yeah.
From the fucking beginning of him.
In the, he's like in an old jail cell.
From that to Jeff Goldblum. Motherfucking Jeff Goldblum.
It's your birthday.
Amazing. And he has an orgy ship. Fucking brilliant addition. What else do we have?
His assistant has the kill stick, and she's kind of, I think, brain dead, but she's hilarious.
Yep. Who else? The fucking when they're telling the story of Loki turning into a snake.
And the best thing about Thor Ragnarok, all of Taika Waititi's movies, it feels very heavily improvised, or very heavily Taika telling them, okay, in this scene do it differently, or in this scene have this happen.
Right.
Just completely playing off of each other. And of course Taika plays a character in it. It's very good.
Oh my god. What's his fucking name?
I don't know, but he's a rock man, and he's very funny.
Oh, he's so good.
There's some really great jokes. I think the ones where I think caught you by surprise, and I remember caught me by surprise again, is the Taika Waititi's character is I'm trying to start the revolution again. I got these pamphlets, but it doesn't seem to be working. I feel like only my mom and her boyfriend are gonna come. And you laughed so hard.
That was so fucking hilarious.
Because everything about this movie is so casual. I can definitely just see him.
Was he saying about how he doesn't like his mom's boyfriend or something?
Yeah, he's your mom's gonna come with her boyfriend. I really don't like him.
Oh my god, he has his little friend there.
And the fact that his little friend is a tie-in to the ending of the movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok is one of those things where I think I'm gonna just rewatch it when I get home.
Absolutely, yeah, it's fucking great.
Out of all of them, you can watch Thor Ragnarok without having any fucking idea what the Marvel Universe is and have a great fucking time.
That's absolutely true.
And it's really great. I feel like it's a really good movie, and such a great way to just, end phase 3 of the cult.
And end phase 3.
With Avengers Infinity Wars, which we don't know how we feel about yet. But Brandon already probably hates it, so that's what's going to tell you.
It's just going to be a hodgepodge, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's going to be a bunch of cameos again, and it's not going to be very heavy on the writing.
It's just going to be so much fighting. Fuck. Can we just stop and just do some character building?
But here's where this is the end, because it's now 20 minutes.
That's cool.
basically, I really like the Marvel movies. For me, they're like a very welcome distraction from sometimes when I feel like, I want to watch something and just feel like kind of light and just be like, oh, like I'm playing World of Warcraft and I'm like, I want something in the background. But I think they're fun in general. I don't think any of them are complete duds, except that Iron Man 3 has some good things going on for it, right?
To an extent.
To an extent, but yeah. And the main thing is, and a lot of people talk about it, is comparing it to the DC universe, and it's kind of amusing to watch them completely crush DC universe's ass.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Considering just how easy it is to just plan out something and make it happen.
It's like the equivalent of like trying out for the cheerleading squad. You never did a cartwheel in your life, and you see like the captain of the cheerleading squad. She whips out this like fucking crazy cartwheel that turns into like a handspring like backflip.
Just ends in a handstand.
Which is like Guardians of the Galaxy. She's pulling that off in like acrobatic means. And you're like, oh fuck that bitch, I can do it. And you try.
You wipe off the Cheeto crust on your vest.
You fall immediately face first. Like you're going into like the position to do the cartwheel, and your hand just slips and slam your face into mud. That's what fucking Suicide Squad was.
Oh my god. Ugh. I agree completely.
And then you have Civil War. You have Dawn of Justice.
Yeah.
You know? And again...
Justice League, and I'm gonna assume Infinity Wars is gonna top that in terms of like...
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I have confidence in it that much, you know?
Yeah.
I believe in it that much. Another... Just a little quirk I have. Civil War shouldn't be called Civil War. It's not a Civil War.
It's a metaphor.
Black Panther should have been called Civil War.
Oh.
You know?
Damn.
Just to be honest with you.
Yeah.
What's more of a Civil War? Probably Black Panther still.
Yeah. That would have been actually really cool if they actually named it that. Killmonger just kill more.
Just Michael bust a nut in me, Jordan.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast this week. I don't really know how...
Wait, what's Avengers 4 gonna be?
We fucking went through this. Avengers 4 is Josh Brolin getting out of his fucking CGI
it's
suit.
Not part 2.
What?
It's not gonna be...
Okay, we're not doing part 2 then. Infinity Stones are gonna be all together.
But what's gonna be fucking Avengers 4?
There's no Avengers 4 then.
Yeah, it's announced for like Phase 5 or some shit.
Okay, so it's gonna be part 2 then.
But that'd be the most ridiculous thing. I'd fucking hate it.
Okay, well I'm glad we sorted out our feelings.
But why would it be part 2 though?
Because it's probably gonna be everyone dies in part 1 and those who survive pick it up.
Oh, it's such a load of shit.
What? Oh God, we need more money, Brandon.
This is like turning The Hobbit into 3 movies.
This is gonna be a podcast too. God, The Hobbit will haunt me for that scene where the dwarf that goes insane starts spinning around in gold.
Oh no.
It's really bad.
I just felt really bad that
Why didn't they take the eagles to the mountain?
Oh, like they could have always done.
Anyway, I can't wait for Josh Brolin to put on the old CGI suit again so he can put those rings you can suck on, just 5 of them at once, and then he can just...
Some ring pops?
Yeah, just fucking Dragon Tails his way out of Avengers 4.
Man, they should just fucking do, like, fucking zombies, Marvel Zombies. That'd be crazy. Marvel Zombies is a great fucking series.
I'm sure they'll get to that in Phase 15.
Oh, no. That's when it all ends, finally.
Yeah.
They all just die.
They all just die for the last time. Anyway, excited for Avengers 3. Brandon might not be, but I am. He'll watch it, I'll watch it. We'll get together again to talk about it. Well, this is the DCU podcast.
It's an MCU.
I have early on stage of dementia. Anyway, so thanks for listening.
Thanks again.
Tell us what your favorite Marvel movie is, and if it is one of the first 2 Thor movies, just don't comment.
Or just rank them for us.
Just rank all of them in deep detail with stars and 10 and just.
Okay, let's do that. Hold on a second. Number 1, Ragnarok.
Yes.
Number 2.
Um.
I'd say Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. Guardians of the
Personally.
Galaxy. Yes. Okay, we'll do top 5. There's no fucking way we're ranking all of them, okay?
We can, though.
No, it's gonna take forever.
It's not that hard. It's like not 10 movies. Maybe it is 10 movies.
It's way... For me, top 5, Thor, Ragnarok, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Winter Soldier, Guardians 2, and then Civil War.
Wow. We go with Ragnarok, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, fuck! Sorry, dude, Iron Man.
I was gonna go with Iron Man number 3.
Fuck off Civil War.
Iron Man number 3.
Okay.
Spider-Man Homecoming was kind of enjoyable, actually. I put that in a nice little comfortable 4. And Black Panther at 5.
Okay. Let us know if The Punisher is your favorite Marvel production.
Are you about to click stop? Are you about to?
About to.
Investigate Iron Fist. Iron Fist. Iron Fist. Iron Fist.